Okay. We're back. It only took 20 freaking minutes. But I hope we're back. So let me just wrap this up real quick. Frick me. You know, I just went out for frickin' half an hour. You know, it's fine. If you're watching this is by the timestamp. Tell it is not the first part of the stream. Second part. Go guys. If you are here, if you tap on this VOD, wrong one. Part 2 says so. You watch the first one first, or skim through it. I don't care. It's not my business what you do. Anyway, that really frickin' took all the momentum out of this occasion. Back to it then. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just sent that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here today as a witness. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? You did it! Miss Vasquez, you did it! That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict. Now, testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Darn! To come so far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection!
Whoa! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor! I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth?
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all, that...
Edgeworth. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he didn't. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and directions. Then I went home. This is why I don't keep you in here while I stream. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close.
Thank God, I just checked to see if I was muted. I'm not.
She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, you could have put Hammer in that costume with Sal Manila's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy?
The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Or Powers? I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Quiet. Silent.
Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldbag, security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Alright, still samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I had heard all this after the fact. The photograph? Meaning being the one taken by a security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Why is that? You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have to know about the murder going on before going to Studio One. Oh. Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of chasing, or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by your statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. But the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and he couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Okay, that's just wrong. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sound. He told me. Sound directly. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Everything we've done until now had been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay, but that's not right. Hammer wasn't injured. It was, yeah, it wasn't Hammer, it was Powers. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers! What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself! Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. And that person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Oh, I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! When was he doing this? Well, it had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met me, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. And that's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order, I will have order. Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. Okay, I have my proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Take this! Take that! This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for that trial, it began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's all right. That's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Let's see. Is it the picture again? I think this is the part where I messed up the most. Because I think I had to put she had no real motive. But let me see if revealing evidence does something. Okay. Allow me to present the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's murder. Her motive. Correct. Bam. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. I'd say it all proves that this defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Eric. Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time. Frick.
Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please.
Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Could be this one. Could be Path to Glory. I'll try the Path to Glory, and if not, then I can't reveal any evidence. Take that! Nah, no, it's not it. I ain't got the proof. Nope. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel filmed this from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him. Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. It was her lover. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Escher, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. Not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found, so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Woo! Yeah, did it. That is all. The court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, and he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I.
Congratulations, WP.
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Ah. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Oh my. Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
God, he's gay. Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Is this guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closes on another trial. It caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. It went back to making kid shows again.
Nick! This is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? He'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Yay, the end. Okay. It only took 4 hours, half an hour of frickin' broken internet. But we made it. Turnabout goodbyes. I'm pretty sure that's like the finale too. Save. Alright. The puppy woke up. Alright, cool. So that was a Turnabout Samurai. Oh my god, that's right. Ooh. Simple. Teaches you the basics. A little more complex. More characters and such. And then, holy frick, the ever-expandingness. Awesome. And then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Saturday, I'll come back with Turnabout Goodbyes. But for now, that'll be Ace Attorney. Freeman, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm going to close this. I don't need it anymore. Nah. So yeah, thank you all for watching, even if it did take half an hour to fix. But yeah, frick, man, I know I said I don't like these story-based games, but they hardly ever carry out anyways. Here we just start on a case and you'll follow through for the most part, I guess. I want to finish these cases like one stream at a time, wherever many I can fit. I think this should be the last one for this game, though. I think that's what it is. I can't remember it completely, or at all, really. But I'll try to remember it. I will try. Yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for watching, even if it was just for a second. I'm very sorry for the internet thing. That's something I can't control, though, so cut me some slack for that one. I'll see you all Saturday for Turnabout Goodbye. Good night, everybody. I'm keeping this brief. There's a video out. It's not a new one, but just go watch it if you haven't. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Oh my god, I remember what the last